What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, turn your post notification bell on, and let's get it. So my name is Brian, and today I will be talking about Autozone. They tried to really finesse me last night. They really tried to scam me. Now, before I get into what Autozone did, I'm definitely gonna report this. I'm not the type to report things, but I'm definitely gonna report this one because I really didn't like what they did to me. But before we go any further, my new E38 is finally ready to get registered. Everything is working on the car, so I'm happy. Now, I am sorry that the camera looked this way. I have to get a new a phone holder because for some reason this phone holder is sucks. And when you try to put in landscape mode, it'll tilt down and the size is not gripping all the way. But just bear with me. I'm sorry that y'all seeing the camera like this, but bear with me. So anyway, AutoZone. So when I found out that my starter was no good, I was a little upset. I thought it was a battery issue, and the battery alone, I think I spent a little over $200 for the battery alone. So I was like, oh shoot, now I gotta get a starter. So I was calling around AutoZone, seeing how much the starter was. So it was like, after they said $200 plus tax. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. I went to the AutoZone, I picked up the starter. Now, I took it to my mechanic. My mechanic was doing a couple of things to the car, not just the starter. I can't remember what it was. He was doing a couple of things. Oh, he was doing the tie rods. He was going to fix the horn for the second time, and he was going to check on my windshield washer fluid, why it's not working. And he was going to do the starter. So around 7 o'clock at night, he calls me. I come over there, and he said the car's ready. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. He called me in advance, and he's like, yo, listen, the starter you gave me doesn't work. So I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work? It's a brand new starter. It's not working. I put it in, car not starting at all. He said, but he did everything else. Then he said the motor to the windshield washer fluid is gone. You need a new one. So I'm like, okay. He fixed the horn. He's not sure why it didn't go out. But it's a used part, so maybe when the guy who sold it to me, he checked it and it worked. But every time you honk the horn a few times, they'll go out. So it's not the guy for it. I paid $25 for it, as long as it passed inspection. So whatever. Dag, I really need to go register the car. I need to go to Delaware that night. So all right, can you put the old starter in and just go with that, and I get the new one? I'll go to AutoZone and let them know what's going on. So that was like maybe nearly a week ago. The car been starting fine each and every time. I even drove it all the way upstate. It was a 4-hour drive to go there and back. Well, it was a 2-hour drive to go there and back. Then I did some extra driving. So when I got home, I needed to go somewhere else. So I was like, you know what? Let me just park the car and see if the starter would start for the car to turn on. So I turned it off. I parked the car just in case if it didn't start, because the problem was it would like the car will run, but once you turn it off, it won't turn back on until the car cools down. So I turned it off, then turned it on, and it turned on right away. It's been turning on ever since. So my thing is maybe it was just corroded, and when he took it out and he put it back in, it fixed the issue. So that's done. So I said, okay, I was about to buy I went to AutoZone. Prior to that, I was asking them, what's going on with the starter that I bought. So I asked them how much is a brand new starter. This is when I realized it was used. I asked him for how much was a brand new starter. Is it $260, something like that? Because he said all you gotta do is pay $60 more. So that's when I realized they gave me a refurbished starter. Now, if somebody comes to your store and they ask for any type of part, you don't give them what you think you should give them. You should tell them it's refurbished. Because if they would have told me that when I first got it, I would have been like, do you have any new ones? I don't like, there's some parts I could do use, but I'm not buying no used starter. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because basically what AutoZone is doing, because they told us to me, Once I get my old starter out, return it to them, and they give you $40. Now, I'm guessing they're trying to rebuild it or fix it, whatever the case might be, to sell it for a higher amount. Because if they give me $40 for my starter, and the starter that they sold me was $213, they make it over $150 profit. So I see why they do that. But the thing is, I had a warranty, a lifetime warranty on it, but at the end of the day, I don't want no used parts. So I went to a couple of Autozones to return the starter. Now I was gonna lie to them and say I got a brand new starter, that's why I don't want it. Because sometimes they weird. And as you can see, the steering wheel shaking like that is something, I don't know the name of the part that I gotta fix, but basically when it goes between maybe 50 miles per hour, it shakes like that. But all right, let's get back onto the story. So every time I went to go return it, they kept telling me there's not enough money in the drawer. So I like, okay, then I realized what's going on. So they did tell me, even if you got credit or debit, they have to give you cash because of what's going on with the world today. I'm not gonna say it, but what's going on? They said they'll give you cash back. So yesterday, I woke up kind of late. It was like 5:30 when I got up. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go to AutoZone to return this starter. So when I get there, I like, excuse me, I was just coming in to return the starter. He was like, return the starter? I said, yeah, I bought it from this location and it didn't work. I don't know what happened, it just didn't work. And when my mechanic put my old starter back in, the car started up perfectly. So he like, oh, let me look real quick. What's your phone number? He checked it. Okay, we got enough money to return it. I like, thank you. So let me go get it from out the car. He like, all right, cool. So when I got the starter, took it to him. He did his normal stuff. Then he goes and say, I don't think you could return this. I'm like, what you mean? I like, I bought it here. I didn't know it was a refurbished starter. And he said, yeah, but you used it. You put it on a car. I like, yeah. That's how that's how I knew it wasn't working. I didn't know it was a refurbished starter. I said if it was a brand new starter, I would have been fine. No one told me it was refurbished, because when I came and asked for a starter, that's what your co-worker gave me, because I bought it from the store. He said, yeah, I see that you bought it from the store, but you still used it. I like, it's not working. What do you mean I still use it? It's not working. So he said, oh, let me call my manager. I like, all right, cool. So he used his cell phone to call the manager. So I'm guessing the manager wasn't working. So he used his cell phone to call the manager. And look at that, my screen is full. I'm going to leave it like this for the time being. So he called the manager on the phone. He got her on speaker. That's what he messed up at. So she was saying, oh, well, if it's in 30 days, yeah, you can return it. But then he's like, yeah, but it says about the $40 that we're going to give him for the starter. I like, no, I never took my starter out to give it to y'all. So he like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's $150. So then she started saying some wild stuff. Cause look, I said, look, I already bought the new starter, cause I thought they were gonna give me an issue. So that's why I said I bought a new starter. Let me fix this again. Hold on. There you go. So I said I bought the new starter because of that. So he like, oh, I don't see that in there. I said, I don't know, I bought it. Yeah, I don't see that. I only see this one. I said my father bought it for me because I didn't have enough money, because I just paid the $150 for this one, because that's what he told me he was supposed to give me back at $150. So hold on, give me 1 second. I need something to drink. You know what? These are the cheap sodas, Tropical Fantasy, but the only one I drink is the Allen Punch. I will always love this one. But anyway, so she going in like, nah, I can't return it. You gotta give me the confirmation of the new one. And this is what she said now. I kid you not. She said, how do we know you didn't find a cheaper starter and now you want to return this? I like, listen. Now she's on a speaker. I'm talking to her. I'm like, I'm not going to be paying my mechanic back and forth for a new starter or another one, another refurbished starter. I'm not paying for that because I got to pay my mechanic. I said, what happens if it don't work again? I'm paying my mechanic. I'm losing money. She like, oh, well, you have to get a new starter from AutoZone. You can't get it from nowhere else. That's the only way you're going to get your refund back if you get an AutoZone starter. So if you did purchase a new one, get the confirmation number and all this and that, this and that. I like, it's not working. I said, I'm not going to be paying for, I need my money back. She like, well, you can't get it because once again, we don't know if you found a cheaper starter. What happened if you put that starter in, you found a cheaper one, and now you want to return it? Now, this is the manager saying that to me. I said, I just want my money back. It's not working. It doesn't matter if I need a confirmation or not. It's not working. I want my money back. Oh, well, you can't get it back. We can't return it to you because of that reason. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, first she said within 30 days I could return it. But because I took the starter, put it on a car, now y'all don't return it only unless I get a new starter from AutoZone. So if I want to go to O'Reilly's and get a starter, they saying they won't return my starter. I don't see anywhere where it says that you cannot return this item. So they really are trying to finesse me, and like I'm sitting there going back and forth with the manager to the point that, you know what, forget about it. I don't got time for this. I left. Gone. I drive 10 minutes to the next AutoZone. I went there, said, listen, I'm trying to return this starter. I said, when I bought it, I didn't realize it was refurbished and it wasn't working. I said, I do want to buy another starter. So I ain't tell him this time I bought a starter. He said, oh, so you want to get another starter today, but blah. I was like, no. I just want to return my money. I said, I don't have enough money to get the new starter because the new starter is $260. Then he's like, oh, yeah, but we return this to you. You can have it. I was like, no, I don't have the money. I just need to return this one, get the money, and wait to get another one. So I just did, stuff to my car, but I'll get the money in a couple of days. But I just want to return this now because I don't want to hassle later on. He's like, all right, cool, no problem. What's your phone number? Gave my phone number. And that was it. They gave me my money. And then, just like the last store said $150, trust me, I didn't realize it was $150 because when I bought the starter, I bought 2 tie rods with it, and it came to $344. So I don't know. I thought the tie rods was like $100. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. He gave me $213 back. So not only that they didn't want to return it to me, they were trying to return it to me for $150. So what they were trying to do is that $40 they were supposed to give me back when I give them a starter, they took that off the initial price of the starter. I'm like, that is crazy. Like, I can't believe that AutoZone did that. So I'm definitely going to make a complaint. And as I said, I don't complain when I get bad customer service, but the fact that they was telling me that I could not return it, and then they try to give me a low amount for it, and I just thought it was real disrespectful that the manager was saying stuff like that to me. Like, who's tell us customer, oh, I don't know if you bought another starter and you want to return this. You could have bought that starter cheaper. Nah, it's already bought already. You know what I mean? I know people probably do stuff like that, but it's already bought. If y'all want to test the one I gave you, if y'all want to test it, get ahead. And I'm pretty sure all they're going to do is clean it up and sell it to somebody else. That's the sad part. So I'm definitely going to report that one. I really understand the fact that she tried to play me like that. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. But I don't know, everybody. But leave your thoughts on what happened. I got my money back. I went to the second store. They did it quickly. They ain't saying nothing to me about anything. So I really respect that AutoZone. But the first one, nah, they don't get the respect from me. But on that note, man, peace, one love. Subscribe to the channel. I love y'all.